Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here to do a Throwback Thursday, but before we get into that, on the last Touristas video that we did on the channel, I mentioned that I had a plethora of dad jokes. Some of them perhaps a little bit risque.
Not safe for work.
But you guys on the comment section of that video said that, give it to us.
Hit us.
Hit us hard. Like, put it on the table. Like, we don't care. We want it. We demand those dad jokes. We don't care how risque they are. So, before we give a shout out to the Patreon, before we go into the video, I gotta put this dad joke on the table.
I was gonna say, you guys asked for the dad jokes, but you could just skip through them. I have to sit here and listen to the dad jokes.
Alright, so you ready for this one?
Yeah.
What do Catholic priests and acne don't have in common?
What?
Acne only comes in your face after you turn 13. I thought that was pretty good.
It's good, but I think I've heard that one before.
Hey, it's not about where you've heard it before. It's about how good it is. I think this one is good.
It's a good one, yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, now that I got that out of the way, I have another one. Can I go for another one?
Sure, you can go for another one.
Okay, we'll save it for another video.
No,
I can't blow my load all in one video.
That's true.
Pun fully intended. All right, so we're here to do a Patreon request from this Patreon right here. I said check out In Flames Pinball Map, and let me just say this. Every time we do an In Flames Throwback Thursday, these are absolute solid gold.
They're like the money pit.
Oak Island. He's referring to the Curse of Oak Island.
The only difference is we're finding the money pit like...
We're finding gold.
Every Throwback
and
Thursday.
And they're finding rocks and wood.
And buttons.
Oh, by the way, I was watching yesterday's episode and the guy said, man, we're getting a lot of wood today. I swear to God, I laughed my ass off on the sofa. I thought it was like the funniest thing. A bunch of middle-aged men happy to get some wood.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's funny for two reasons, too, because there's that, and there's also, they were so happy just to find wood. I mean, they've been there for years.
No, they were happy that they got wood.
That they got... Same shit, I mean...
It's fucking funny. They're a bunch of middle-aged men.
I know, it's funny for that.
Happy to get wood.
It's funny for that, but...
And they say it out loud, like, do they hear what they just said?
I don't think they hear themselves talk. But I also think it's really funny that they've been there for so long and they don't have anything to show for it.
Well, they have wood.
That's true.
All right. You know? And it wasn't chemically induced. Let's put it that way. It's all organic.
Organic wood.
It's organic wood. All right, on that note, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
With my aura, seems to last so fragile. I guess the price of love and time. I like to
amazing riff, man. All right, what's your take on Pinball Map?
They always know how to do that though. Is make very very amazing, catchy,
melodic, catchy riffs.
Yeah, and it
definitely a staple.
It gets stuck in your head, and then you just don't think anything else other than In Flames.
Yeah, it's the interesting thing about In Flames, like not that they don't do that now, but the older In Flames stuff, they have the ability of making something sound heavy, melodic, catchy, hooky, all at the same time. You know, sometimes you listen to a song and the song is heavy, and the heaviness of the song almost prevents the song from being melodic because it's so heavy. The heaviness takes away a little bit of the melody. And sometimes it's so melodic, a track that doesn't have any heaviness in it. And they're able to combine those two, and then somehow still make it super catchy and memorable. Like you don't depend. What I mean by that is almost you don't depend on the chorus or on the simplicity of the chorus or the lyrics in the chorus for the song to become memorable, for the song to become hooky and catchy. Because a lot of the times you remember a song over like one or two lines that chorus has that gets stuck into your. I mean, that's the whole point of the chorus. That's why it gets repeated throughout the song. So with them, I always find that most often than not, it's not necessarily the chorus or the lyrics in the chorus that hook me to the track. It's the freaking riffs that hook me to the track.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not singing the song. I'm
You're
like
just singing the chorus.
I'm just doing the melody of the track.
You're doing the melody with your tongue. Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies. All right. I mean, I'm a creepy old dude. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from that.
You've gotten to that time.
Listen, I'm at a point in time in my life that I just don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Let's face the facts. I'll take what comes my way and I don't give a shit. I absolutely just don't care.
I think that's probably the prime of life, is to get to the point where you just absolutely don't give a shit.
And listen, for those of you at home, I'm not even a boomer, all right? So don't start going, boomer, please. I'm not a boomer, all right? I take offense to that, all right? So I'm not a boomer, all right? So I'm just at a point in time in my life where I don't care about what other people think. First of all, I don't live my life to please others. You know what I mean? It makes your life a lot better when you don't worry about what other people think about you. When you start living your life and not worry about what other people think of you and just worry about what makes you happy, and to quote Sheryl Crow, if it makes me happy, it can't be that bad. That's all you need to know about life. That's what life is really all about. When you find that, you find Zen. Not everything Zen from Bush. That hopefully you don't find that, but you find that Zen spot. And then perhaps you can get into tantric sex, just like the dude from The Police. What's his name? Help me out here.
I have no idea.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name now. It's skipping me.
I'm going to say Kama Sutra.
No, he does tantric sex. You know?
What does that mean?
Like you meditate and you have multiple orgasms while you're meditating without actually having intercourse and shit.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the new thing. You last forever. You can last like you can have one orgasm like in 20 days of sex with tantric meditation and sex. Oh, what's his name?
God, that probably took a lot more time than it should have to master.
I mean, that's the prog metal of sex, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, I'm more like the punk rock of sex, which is like, wham bam, thank you ma'am, I'm done. But that is tantric.
You're the hardcore.
Yeah, that is prog. That's like a 25-minute prog song.
That's technical death metal of sex. It takes a lot of
effort. And technicality
and a lot of practice
and a lot of willpower. All right.
And only a few people can do it because only a few people want to do it.
What's his name? Sting. Fuck. His name is Sting. Not the wrestler. Not the wrestler. The musician. Yes. The guy from The Police.
Are you sure he's not going around giving people stinger splashes?
Nope. The dude is a master of tantric sex. You got to read up on it.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right. If I ever walk into your room and you have some candles lit up, and you're like this, I know you've been listening to The Police, or at least Sting's solo work, or read one of his books or something. Anyways, we're getting completely sidetracked here. What are your takes on Pinball Map? You didn't dive deep into Pinball Map. I feel like you tilted.
I tilted?
I feel like you tilted.
I mean,
and we're still on ball 2.
The whole sound was classic.
I'm going for extra ball.
It was classic In Flames. Stop talking about pinball, man, because you're making me want to go play pinball.
I love pinball.
There's no pinball places near.
I love it.
Dave and Buster's, which I don't even think they have it.
When we go to Portugal on vacation, they have tons of pinball machines there. Like almost every coffee shop, not
That's-
every coffee shop, but a lot of the coffee shops either have darts or pinball. I spend all my euros, coins. I mean the coins. I love playing pinball. I grew up playing pinball at the arcades. That and pool and other games, but pinball was always my go-to.
Yeah.
Because if you're really good at it, you could play there all day for free.
Exactly.
Because you keep getting extra credits and specials, and then extra balls, and then like you get all the multiple balls at the same
Those
time.
used to like themed pinball machines.
Oh, there was a Star Wars one.
There was like the murder mystery one. That was
I love
in
the Star
coffee
Wars
shop.
ones because I always try to shoot the Death Star, and then the Yoda's voice would come on.
It's like a really bad Yoda.
It was horrible, but I used to love that game. Anyways,
We keep going off
I
topic
know,
here.
come on, dive deep. Now we're in ball 3.
But the song itself, like the guitar, the whole catchiness of the song was classic In Flames, and then the vocals were something like In Flames that I don't really hear that often.
I'm with you on that.
Like it's not really what I hear from In Flames often, especially from like when we do go back. That's how I can tell this is a little bit older than the ones that we gone back before, but it's still really good. I mean, the whole vocal approach in this song is different from his vocal
agree with you.
approach in like December Flower and stuff like
I
that.
agree with you on that. Let me say this. This is a song, I know this is one of their perhaps most famous songs, one of their most popular songs. To me, this is a song that is worth for the instrumentality of the track. I love the sound that the song has. I love the guitars. I love the drums. I'm not a huge fan of the vocals on this track. I know perhaps I'm upsetting all of you In Flame fans, but remember what I said earlier in the video? I really don't care.
He doesn't care.
So I'm not a huge fan of how the vocals sound on this track. For me, it feels like there's something off. I can't point my finger on what it is, but there's something off. But musically, this song is magnificent.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm in. Because the vocals, I can live with it. Because the guitar
Because they're not
playing,
terrible.
exactly.
It's just something I haven't heard before.
I'm not necessarily a really fan of the tone that they come across. To me, they sounded that they were not grounded enough. And for a song that's super melodic and the riffs really push the song forward,
it was floating away.
it felt to me like it was kind of running away from me, and I needed the vocals to kind of bring the song down a little bit. That's what I needed. I needed a little bit more heaviness, a little bit more harshness out of the vocals to bring the track down a little bit. So it felt like it was floating away, like you said, a little bit too much. But the musicality, like the way the song sounds, that's enough for me. The vocals come in, and I'm like, yeah, you're fine. You can stick around. As long as I get to listen to the track, you're fine. But overall, I feel like there was something. I'm with you. I feel like there's something missing there. But overall, it's In Flames. Throwback Thursday. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is it for today. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See ya.
See ya.